Hey, what's going on, fam? Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one, the number one grinder, Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. I be chefing up information. Believe that. Best of the business, all right? Welcome back to my channel. We got another chop up. We got the lovely Bayou Bunny. And peace to the chat. I'm gonna get to y'all in a few. And Tom Malone, thank you, my brother. And then we gotta reestablish the AB. What's good? We gotta reestablish, brother. We gotta bring back the doom shots. Today, we ain't giving no chances. So any stupidness on Tom Malone, AK they ass out of there. Doom shot. Let me explain this. Y'all usually have like the 40, 20, 25, 25. Give him a chance. 45. The Glock. Then 45. I mean, AK. AK. You want an AK today. And say anybody says anything stupid, we gonna get them out of there. AK their ass out of there. All right. And so I want y'all to sit back and relax. We're gonna bring on the lovely Bunny in a few seconds, but I'm very excited. And I know it's gonna be some people that say, oh, Nicole, man, it must be a raining outside in Virginia. You can't do nothing. Let me stop. But welcome, but Nicole Ali. I want you to go support I want to support everybody in the chat. Love, wisdom, and these are people that I do deal with and stuff. You know, time some more, some less. But the one I deal with less, hope that you get to know. Book with Moses. I did with you. You know, I ain't cook a damn thing. but we'll talk about that. But when I got to know about it, she was very good. You know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of people have said things about her that I said, for me, I said, let me take a look at this, you know. But I found out that sometimes that when we come on a certain message, that people get a drawn back instead of just see the content. Because I know for me, that's what it is with me too. I'm like, when it's certain thing, I take back. But I want you to know the other side of her that what I seen from her. So what we're gonna do, enough of that. Bunny said she gonna make sure she's gonna draw things out of me in the near future. So we can gonna leave to her on that. But I'm gonna bring in the lovely Bayou Bunny. You can unmute your mic and welcome to the underrated chop up. You can unmute your mic and tell and introduce yourself to the family, please.
Hey, y'all. Let me know if I have an echo at any point, family. But okay. My name is Bayou Bunny. I've been on YouTube for about 2.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a quote unquote content creator or YouTuber since March of last year, maybe. No, let's just say May of last year. So, yeah. It's been a bumpy road, but there's also been some good things. But you know, this is Black YouTube, of course, so you never know how it's gonna go. You know, one never knows what's gonna happen here in this space. So.
Yeah, that's true. So again, let me put let me say this before we continue. This is a chop up. I'm just gonna ask a few questions. She gonna be in the darkness round table, and just so anybody that want me to do a chop up with them, I will in a few minutes gonna put my secondary email. If I don't know you, I'm not gonna do you. Let you know right now. Don't even come. Don't even recommend anybody that come. All right? Don't do it because I'm not. Rainy woman, my Gemini, that's my Gemini sister right there. She behind my back. She knows that's why she said. But I'm not gonna do it. So don't even try yourself. No. This there could be no fuckery, none of that. Now I put that out. Oh, you go ahead, say anything you want to say?
Just shout out to everybody that came through. That's love right there. Like
Yeah.
that's love. So I don't have the phone directly in front of me, but I just want to say shout out to all you guys, and I hope everybody is having a good day and a good work week so far.
Okay. Let me put this other ticket down. Let me see. Come and join real conversation with the underrated one. Us as the righteous ones individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuine be there for each other. We got. Remember that. All right. So when we're gonna get this going, okay, let me put this on comment. Now, welcome. She stay sleep, my day one brother. Thank you so much for coming. Ari666, y'all coming through. Nicole Ali, thanks for coming. Thanks for your support. Everybody support the honorary one and Bunny. Now we're gonna get this thing going. All right.
Let's get it popping.
Let's get it popping. All right. Welcome again. Welcome to the Darkness Round Table. This way it goes down. All right. Now, where are you originally from?
I'm from Louisiana, Alexandria.
Oh.
It's central Louisiana.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I heard about them Creole women. My late father had family in Louisiana, but he's a Georgia boy. My late father's a Georgia boy, but he got to be Louisiana. So Louisiana, yeah. I heard about some black women down there. I heard. I know some brothers that went to Louisiana. They never came back. I ain't gonna lie. In a good way. They said, man, I ain't come back. I said, all right, my man. I guess they taste some of that Creole.
That is a perception of us Louisiana women. They say that we're crazy, but we're good women.
No, not crazy. I'm talking about they beat it, They never like, man, I never come back. They said, man, they said, man, you said if you're good to that woman, I had 3 of them I know person I grew up in. He said, man, they come visit New York, man. I ain't never come back to New York, just to visit. And they happened, and then couldn't find out 3 of them got married. So I think it was one. He met this young lady. She was New Orleans, but they moved to Baton Rouge. And then there was another one. That's New Orleans.
Yeah.
And there was another one. I forgot what city. I forgot what city it was, but I think it's one of the I think it was the cap. I think it's the capital of Louisiana.
There's Shreveport, Baton Rouge.
Right. Shreveport.
Yeah.
Shreveport. That's what it was. Shreveport. So, and they all been happy, and they've been married for like going on 30. Well, I mean, 2 of them is 30 years, and 1 of them is going on 30. So they've been happy,
Yeah.
So those are my piece. So shout out to y'all. I know they looking right now. I know you're smiling. Handle your biz, homie. Handle your biz. But that's good for Louisiana. Do you? Is your parents living or
Yes, both of my parents are living. My mom actually relocated us here because Louisiana is poverty stricken, and economically and job wise, it can be pretty bad if you don't know a person that knows a person, So my mother is actually here and my daddy is back home, but both of them are living. They're older than me. They had me when they're like older. They had me at a pretty old age, so. My mother and my father, they're both one's in late 60s, early 70s. So
okay, good. Okay. Any brothers and sisters?
I have 2 sisters and one brother. Oh, this is my mom's side. One brother, he's passed away.
Oh, our condolences. Our condolences.
I appreciate that. You will actually hear me. People hear me talk about him quite frequently. He was a very, very big part of my life.
Okay.
And with my dad, on my dad's side, I have 2 sisters and 1 other brother. So, yeah. So 4 sisters all together and 2 brothers.
Are you the oldest?
No, I'm the baby.
Oh, you the baby. Oh, you the
On my
spoiled.
mom's side. On my mom's side, I'm the baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's
On
cool.
my dad's side, I'm his oldest daughter. So
Oh, okay. Oh, so no, no, I gotta put it out there because I know brothers they see you and they see the picture, and you know they. Now I'm not talking about the brothers in the chat, but I know it had to be some you know some fake ones. You know
yeah,
they googly got their shiny eyes and everything. So are you married or are you in a relationship?
I'm not married.
Okay.
And no, I'm not in a relationship.
Okay. All right. Now, brother, I ain't talking about the ones in the chat. I know y'all some sipper whole motherfuckers out there. It doesn't mean you have to come after because I know y'all looking, especially in YouTube. Oh, look at Bunny. Oh God. Oh, sweet Creole you. Stay away. Get your ass popped. There you know right now. She don't play. She don't like sips. There's no sipping in this motherfucker. So
No,
don't even make you attempt to come. Don't
right.
do it. I'm just gonna put it out there. All right.
Only, only masculine mercenaries around this
Ooh,
part. So yeah.
got those thumbs up. Those thumbs up. Yeah, there you go. You know what I mean? But that's good. That's good. That's good. Now, yeah, you got that out the way. Down. But I wanna ask you a question that I noticed that you talking about, and I know that there are some people, and I ain't talking about the ones AB, everybody else. I'll get to y'all in a few. I know there are some people you talk harsh about our people, but I'm gonna tell you what I get from it. I get from it that you frustrate that you want the black family to be together. Am I correct?
Yes, to an extent.
And that's why I asked that question. I want you to explain that,
I
please.
definitely want better for us, but it's gonna take a lot. And as far as you know, what I think it's very beautiful when black. There's no love like black love. There's nothing, in my opinion, when you have a black woman that loves you, that seriously
Mm-hmm.
loves you and have your back. And the same way with the man. There's nothing more powerful, in my opinion, than black love, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. So I'm just pro family, period.
Okay.
Um, I'm just pro family.
Okay. So let me ask you this other question. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
like you know, you've been in these YouTube streets like I've been, and and I found out that, and I know that people in the chat has talked about this and everything, so it's not new. But I'm gonna put it in the underrated perspective, and I want you to get what I'm putting in. And trust me, in the chat, you always get what I'm coming from within a few seconds.
Mhm.
By the illness that we deal with for a long time. Matter of fact, you don't mind asking how old are you? If you don't mind asking.
35. I actually just turned 35 last Friday.
Oh, you a fresh 35. All right, fresh 35. All right, I'm ready need to think. Then we start messing. But I want to ask you this question. On the Ray is funny though. On the Ray, he gets what he wants sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, but it's not enough. Not about me. It's about you. But by we show now, I'm not gonna talk about the bad part of this sector of YouTube. I'm gonna talk about the goodness, and then I'm talking about the ones in the chat too.
Okay.
That, and I put you an example. Put you an example too. And while we see black love exist in this sector,
Um,
we see it, we know it. Why of some black men and black women, and this stick with me in the same sector that I just mentioned, why is a pushback?
I think that, in all honesty, I think that we are both hurting, and a lot of people just don't want to admit they're hurt. It's a lot of frustration, and it comes out as anger. You see, anger is a secondary emotion. That and hurt, being hurt, let down, or disappointed is it's a cause effect. The anger causes, or the letdown, heartbreak. That's what causes the rage and the anger. And I think that we're just dealing with a bunch of emotions, valid emotions, but we're dealing with a lot of emotions. And certain people, well, I'm not gonna say certain people, I'm gonna say our people. Sometimes we aren't the best at having effective communication with one another.
Cool. Well, that's what else. I like that.
You can
Now
ask me anything you want to, babe.
I know I'm going to ask you. So sit down already. Please stop it. I'm gonna keep you laughing now. But and I know that and you and Kizzy and the other one, and I love the conversation that you have because it's very, very rare that black women that critique each other, be critical of each other, but at the same time, you got something from it and you're building. And also there are some black men like that too, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But why it's so important. I want you to explain to the people, especially outside, even in the chat. I want you to explain to people why it's so important that a black woman, you have to have these conversations. You have to check yourselves. And then whatever bullshit has come out within the black women, that y'all need to call it out. Why? That we need this more of our family.
Because in the first step, like, okay, so when you're in recovery, right? Also in counseling, just recovery, period, whether it's drug abuse, mental recovery, physical recovery, a problem has to be identified.
Right.
That's the main issue with us. We do not want to take that look in the mirror. That man in the mirror sometimes, that ain't no joke, fam. It can get real. And accountability, I mean, it boils down to accountability, and we don't like taking accountability for our actions. It's the blame game. We see it all day long, every single day in this space.
Okay, that's good. Yes, yeah. And can you tell before we continue? Can you tell people a little more about your child? I want people to
about my childhood, about just me growing up.
That's the second part. But about your channel first, then about your childhood.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I'm sorry for interrupting you, babe.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Be good.
On my channel, we have candid conversations. That's what it was originally about, was just candid conversations, honest, open, and frank. I'm down to have any conversation with anybody as long as it's an honest conversation and we're being genuine. I don't do the disingenuine talking points. That no, I don't. We don't rock like that over on my channel. It's my channel has had its ups and downs. I've been in a war or two here on YouTube that lasted for one war lasted about 9 months. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And now I'm just back to growing and building. Because of the war that took place, it's like, for the newer people that are just came in, or for my newer subscribers, they don't know the Bunny that can add to any conversation, to any and every conversation that's being had in this space. They were only privy to the suburban thug, and I've recalibrated some things, and now me and my cyber bestie, shout out to Kissy's Corner, we are back. She's actually kept me on track throughout this entire time. And right now we're doing morning conversations. So just like, I like to keep it lighthearted because in this sector, it's so tense and it's so like, it's tense, it's so serious. For the people who watched me originally when I first started doing content, my channel literally was dubbed the coolest space, the coolest and most chill space here on YouTube. I kid you not, by bigger YouTubers. And it's just crazy because whenever I went to war, it was dubbed a war zone. And I mean, by all intents and purposes, it was a war zone. So I'm just I want to get back to how it's not want to get back. I have to speak it into existence. I am getting back to what my channel was originally about, and just lay back, chill conversations. But also be honest, honesty and just, openness and frankness is a must on my channel. And Sunday is whenever I'm very, very multifaceted. Shout out to DS1. Sunday is when Messy Bunny is around. And Messy Bunny basically just recaps the week in this sector. And I play the clips of everything, just little clips or whatever of everything that's going on in this sector. And it's funny. I mean, this sector is crazy. You can't help but laugh. So, yeah.
I know. I tell you like this. If you're messy, you're going to be on Bunny's list. I'm laying on right now.
You act a fool, right?
If you act a fool, you're going to be on Bunny's list.
You're going to make that list.
You're going to make that list, and she going to clown your ass like moonshine. I'm telling you, she going to throw some Cajun season on your ass and cook your ass and burn you up and leave your ass like nowhere. Do not get on that list. Brothers, if you do anything, if you want to make amends, if you want to, hey, listen, underrated, I'll look out for you. I put the link. I say, do you want me to put the email in there? Email, listen, I'm sorry. Wherever it is, I must be drunk. And I just want to apologize to you because then I do not want to be on that list. Because if you're on that list, smile, you on burn the camera. Lay on right now. Burn the camera. Lay on right now. You don't want to be on that list. Trust me, I'm just giving you a full warning.
Yeah, I'm objective about it, but I mean, listen, we most definitely we have a good time on Sunday, and shout out to the people that has made the list. I have to give Mela a shout out. Mela is a prime example of the person that has made the list. Oh, and I talked about her ass, but it was objective, and she didn't get upset. She knew it came from a place of love, but the thing is y'all know how it goes down. We in the back chat, everybody is talking, they laughing and stuff. So it was just like, okay, let me recap this. And my thing is if you don't want to make the list, don't act a fool. So yeah.
Okay. Your childhood.
Oh, my childhood. So we moved up here when I was 11, getting ready to be 12. My mom moved very abruptly here. So when I say that, in all intents and purposes, she kidnapped me. And I say that because that's what it was. My dad did not know that she was leaving. And me and my father were extremely close. It wasn't out of spite for him or anything. It was just some other things that were taking place to where, okay, the vicious cycle had to end. And so she left. when we came here, I was not that sweet little girl from Southie Street no more. I was hell on wheels, very, very rebellious, super rebellious, y'all. So it was very, very hard because of, for one, my accent. And we moved from literally Alexandria, Louisiana, to suburban white America. Well, baby, when I tell y'all culture shock. So I've had, the people would talk about my accent and stuff. And as a child, now that I'm older, I know that they would be like, ooh, say this or say that, because they liked my accent. But as a child, honestly, I felt like I was being made fun of. Um, the fights started very early. I don't do bullies. Being bullied will make you anti-bully. Once you learn how to fight, being bullied would make you anti-bully. And I have fought a lot, and it was boys. It was little white boys. Like we literally moved to a sundown town. It's not, of course, it's not a sundown town now, but it still is. They just go about it different ways. Like she literally moved us from lower to middle class to the damn suburbs. So again, there was a bunch of rebellion, bunch of anger. There was fights like from the 6th grade on. And I was in and out of juvie. I went from being in and out of juvie to I started hustling at a very, very young age. So by the time I was 15, really at 12, right? At 12 years old, I was already slinging pills. The pill epidemic and the opiate epidemic is not anything new to white America. So at 12, and you guys are probably like, how did she get pills? I was prescribed to them.
Really?
I've always had really, really big breasts. And like, yo, if I was to show one of these days, I'm actually gonna pull out some pictures and show you guys, like at 13 or 14, just how big my boobs were. So I had like really bad they were big. Like I had to quit soccer, and I was a damn good soccer player because my back was so messed up, right? Yeah. So I started hustling. 13, 14 years old, I was selling pills to the high school kids and stuff like that. It went from that to by the time I was 15, I was selling teenagers in balls of white girl, aka coke, in and out of juvie. I was most definitely, I'm not gonna say I was raised in the system, but I was most definitely in the system. But it wasn't, there's different spectrums of being in the system, right? Mine was because I was bad and I was rebellious. My mother was very, very supportive of me. She fought for me because they wanted to have me in state's custody. They wanted to adjudicate me. But she fought for me, and it cost a lot of money. Her and my stepfather. Really, it was more so my stepfather, because it was his money. And I left when this whole time I was in school. Like I was pretty smart in school. Math was never my subject. But I was always pretty smart in school. So I was in school the whole time, you guys. The teachers that I didn't like, I would just skip class. When I tell y'all I was wild, I was bad as hell. And when I look back on it, spoiled. Like when I was 15, I already had a car waiting for me when I was 16. And the thing is that looking back on hindsight yo, hindsight is wild because with my behavior at that time, I should have never had a car, period, like at all. I had a hunter green Dodge Neon, and it was that year. It was the year of that we were in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I went from that to at 16 years old, I developed some really, really bad habits. And I went away until my mom in the court sent me away. It was either that or I was going to go to YA. And I was going to go to YA until I was, I believe it was 19, 18 or 19. So, for you guys who don't know what YA is, it's like kiddie prison. So, I was sent away, and I went to treatment. Oh, y'all, I was gone for like a year and a half. Like, I was
Wow.
gone. It wasn't any, um, it wasn't, I mean, like, I'd be able to leave the facility or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when my parents came, but to where I was on the like security list or my level, I actually had to stay there. I couldn't go home. I couldn't, and they were saying that because my mom worked so much. That's how I got into all that stuff. Like, my mom worked her ass off, and I used that to my advantage. I mean, if I'm just being real. So, yeah, I did not come back until like 2 weeks before my 18th birthday. And and after when I came back, I finished off my high school with Job Corps, got my high school diploma, got me a trade in, I think it was office assistant. It was some type of office assistant. It was a trade. And yeah, that's pretty much my youth or my, I went a little bit over my youth though, but that's pretty much that in a nutshell. I can keep going if you want, but yeah.
But yeah, I want you to keep you going, but I want to ask you two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna be, yeah, listen, I got, it's just for me
Yeah.
with big breath and everything. Then I'm gonna go to the next. Now, it's two quick questions. Now, when you were playing soccer, you say you had great breast assists when
They
you
were
were 12.
huge. Yes.
They was huge. Now, me playing sports. Now I see you went and play soccer and they had nice butt and titties and everything. I tend to forget to play basketball. Now I want to know that these boys was looking and
They used to
try.
they used to make fun of me. Believe it or not, like when I was younger, I didn't think I was pretty. I didn't realize.
What?
I didn't. I really didn't.
Wow.
I didn't realize. I had very low self esteem. I didn't
Oh.
realize I was pretty until I moved to Virginia, and those rough East Coast women. No shade, if anybody's from the East Coast, but them women they're a little rough when they were trying to cut my face. That's when I realized how pretty I was. But yeah, I didn't think I was pretty. So, and but that also came from where I grew up. I grew up in the suburbs. There
Okay.
wasn't very many black girls. So and the black dudes that I knew, they were like family. So they would make fun of me. It would be the poking of it and stuff. They used to talk about I had watermelon boobs on the bus. I would be
Wow.
yeah. I was, and then
Yeah.
there was guys that had a crush on me or whatever. But most men have always kind of been intimidated by me because I've never taken anybody's shit like ever. Ever.
Yeah. Well, back in the day I would have to take your shit because I've been like, excuse me, chocolate milk, I'm just trying to make conversation. We stop.
Yeah, no, you could. I will say this.
Nah.
I will say
Okay.
this though. I hear a lot of women talk about not being protected. The black men that I was cool with,
Mm-hmm.
they always told me I was pretty. They would always tell me, stop being so mean. Like, And they would always tell me I was pretty. Like I always had that reassurance from them. So
That's good. That's good. What now you say you was in how long you was in Virginia? Because I'm in Virginia. I've been in Virginia for last thing. I mean, where matter of fact, in a few weeks makes 8 years I've been in Virginia. From New York. So where you was like in Virginia?
yeah, my mom, my stepfather, but I call my stepfather my dad. So
Okay.
I call both of them dad, but daddy was, that's where my dad is from originally. So he went back there to be with his mother, which was my grandma. She was like my grandmother's school lady. She was,
Mm-hmm.
and he has some houses and some land out there. So they actually lived in Salem, and I lived in Roanoke.
Oh yeah, Ronos was from. Let me see where I'm at. Ronos, yeah, Ronos about five hours from me. Yeah, you up in the mountains. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Salem. Yeah, that's nearby Roanoke. Yeah, I know exactly where
it's like the
you're at. Okay.
suburb. It's like the
Yeah, it's
suburb.
stubborn. Yeah, but don't get caught in no rain up there, cause that'd be a flood like one.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh
get
yeah.
caught. Yeah, don't get caught up in there. So, but okay. Now, matter of fact, I forgot to ask you. Do you have any kids?
I have one. I have one little girl, and she's 15. She just turned 15.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Now, after you and I just want to let you know when you know the story that you told, you overcome that, and I'm glad that you here. You know, and we
I
just on behalf of the underrated one family, we salute you. So we just want to put it out there. You know.
I appreciate that. Yeah, like people like to say a lot of, everybody on here is they come from an upper echelon two parent home and blah 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 blah. But statistically, I should be dead or a prostitute or in prison.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Okay. Now after you come out, you know, of this darkness that you went, you
Mhm.
know, and again I salute you. I really salute you for that.
Thank you.
How do you make up your mind back then that things has to change for the better?
My mindset, even when I was younger, was I don't give a damn what happened when I get 18. It's not going to be on my record.
Hmm.
So when I tell y'all, I was a cold piece of work, cold with it, right? And
Hmm.
so that's what happened. I got my stuff together. I went to Job Corps. That is where I met the ex-husband, and that was my
Oh, you
first.
was married.
Yeah.
I mean to cut you off. You was married.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I mean to cut you. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Okay, no, that was my first relationship, and that's where I met him. I was only at Job Corps for it was like 4 or 5 months, y'all, because I didn't like being from going from different group homes and halfway houses and stuff like that. My credits were like scattered, right? I had the credits, but they were scattered. But I had to get all that together, and I only had like 4 or 5 credits. I don't even think it was that many until I graduated. And I was adamant about not getting a GED. I wanted a diploma. So
Hmm.
I went in there. I met my ex. He was like my best friend. Like that was the homie. He was so cute. He was cute.
Wow.
But that was like just the homie initially. But met him. I got my credits. I graduated super, super quick. I got my credits and got my money because I don't know if you guys know, but at Job Corps, they actually pay you whenever you graduate. So
Hmm.
I got my credits, got my money, and went on about my business. At that point, shortly after that, I became pregnant. Um, that was not, if I'm just being honest, and y'all, I keep it like real, right? I'm like, it is what it is. It was not planned, but I became pregnant. I became a mother at 20, and that's whenever my grandmother became sick and we moved to Virginia. So,
Okay.
Virginia, let's talk about Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Virginia was culture shock too. That's not like, I know a lot of y'all consider, because of the Mason-Dixie line or whatever, you guys consider that the South. But people that's from like deep South, we consider that the East Coast, right? So it was different. It was completely different, but in a good way. I've always been a bigger girl, like always. Um, when I moved to Virginia, because the lifestyle is different, and like down here in the deep South, we drive a lot. But up in VA, like I was walking way more. And I lost a lot of, I didn't even realize I was losing weight, but I lost a lot of weight. Initially it was just a little bit. My brother passed away when we was in Virginia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he was actually here. But let's say in Virginia was super cool. The Okay, so like I never really, and I'm like, again, I'm just gonna be honest. I was always in the suburbs and stuff. So when I moved to VA, my mom, of course, she lived in the suburbs with their bougie ass, and I moved to Roanoke. That was my first time ever living in an urban area. So that was my first time ever living around Black people, not going around Black people, but like living around Black people, right? I stayed to myself. The women were more on some who is this country bucket bitch, right? Um, the guys was I've always been cool with dudes, right? So the
Mhm.
dudes were real cool. Um, was able to my passion, you guys, and my passion is hospital work, like working in a hospital and stuff like that. So I started, that was my first hospital job. I worked in a hospital. Virginia was lit. It was completely lit. I partied a lot. I turned 21 there. I got my first gun in Virginia, partied a
Mm.
lot. The women were most of them were absolutely crazy. It was a few fights. They just would try to bully me, yo, like seriously. And they would. And they try to cut my face and stuff like that.
Oh.
Um, yeah, my brother passed away. My grandmother ended up passing away because that's what we went up there for. My brother passed away while we were there as well. And 2 years later, we moved back up here. So
Oh.
after we moved back up here, my brother had passed away. Very unfortunate circumstances. I was pissed off. So you had that angry. It wasn't, yeah, like I just lived a double life. Like I was pissed, you guys. I was pissed. And when I moved back down here, I wanted answers. And if they did not have my answers or what they owed my brother, they was gonna catch a bullet, like dead ass. So
Mm.
I was on one. It was like it was like the 15-year-old all over again. But I had my blue card, which is my license to conceal and carry. So it was most definitely a road to self-destruction. Mind y'all, this whole time I'm working for one of the biggest hospitals up here. Um, Whenever I got into my last shootout, because there were several shootouts, right? And if I'm just being completely honest, in most of them, I was not the aggressor, but there were times where I was the aggressor, right?
Mhm.
And um, long story short, what made me slow down was that my ex had just got locked up, and some dudes came to my house thinking that they were going to rob me. What made them walk in my house? I have no idea. They didn't. It's like I still think about that. Like, did they not know whose house that they walked into? Right. So, I put the Taurus Snub Nose 38 to use, and I put the Make My Day Law to use. At that time, the police came. I was good, right? So,
Mhm.
like 4 months later, I'm actually doing my intern at CTCA, Cancer Treatment Center of America.
Mhm.
And through all of this, you guys, like even whenever I was younger, I always worked. I always have had a mean work ethic. As a little girl, I always knew that I was going to be in the medical field. I actually wanted to be a doctor when I was younger. So I'm doing my thing. I got a career. I'm loving my work and everything. They came in my house, tried to rob me. It did not end well for either one of them, but especially for one of them, it didn't end well. And 5 months later, they picked me up from a CTCA. I lost everything. I lost my apartment. I lost my job. I lost everything, you guys. And I was just so like far out and just like did not like I didn't care about living or dying. Honestly, I think that death was my end goal. Like I was pissed, y'all. Like I was pissed about my brother. Pissed.
Yeah,
And um
no,
yeah,
go ahead.
it's just it's bad, y'all. It just even and I'm trying not to choke up now talking about it. Um I lost everything, y'all. Like everything. And when I lost after that happened, I was in such a financial wreck. I've never, and I'm not like trying to brag or anything when I say this, but like I've never been in that bad of a place financially. So my hustler instincts kicked in. And whenever I came back from Virginia, I had started hustling again, right? That's whenever Gucci Man came out with the Pill song, Are You Rolling? Bitch, I might be. Bitch, I might be. Yeah, some of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So I'm hustling and stuff. I got into such a hole financially that I didn't realize that I copied the prescription that many times, but I copied some prescription. I copied a prescription, and yeah, I was actually the first case was done. The first case was done after 2 years and literally tens of thousands of dollars. It was dropped down to a misdemeanor, reckless handling of a firearm. But the gag was it was a deferred sentence, and I was on probation for I had to surrender all of my firearms, and like they keep a reg when your firearms are registered, they like they know. So I had to surrender all of my firearms, and I was supposed to be on probation. I think that was a 3-year sentence. I'm not sure 3 year 2 or 3 year sentence. I ended up getting arrested for the pill case. That made me a felon. And I went and I laid down a little bit. After laying down, it changed me. Becoming a felon was the best and worst thing that ever happened to me because whenever I was going through all of that stuff, I was my daughter's mom, but I wasn't her mother. My mom was her mother. I never had her out showing her off like a little toy baby or anything. Like she was always at my mom's house. But after that, I spent time with her, but at the end of the day, I was not the best mother. And that's just me. That's just keeping it real. So after getting locked up or whatever, when I came out, I've been doing so much better since. I haven't been in trouble. I have bounced back. I always bounce back though. Right. So right now it's good. I'm good. I'm in a lot better place mentally. I haven't been violent in it'll be 9 years this October. And yeah, I remember that it's 9 years in October because that was just always my way of handling things. So yeah.
Okay. Now, do you used to watch TV a lot when you was younger? And also, what's your favorite TV shows and cartoons and stuff that makes beautiful Bayou Bunny laugh?
Scooby Doo, Looney Tunes, the Flintstones. Yeah.
Get out of here. That's probably cartoons. Get out of here.
Yeah. my favorite TV shows. Saved by the Bell, Merrill's Place, Days of Our Lives. Yeah. There was another one too. But yeah.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. All right. I like Sanford and Son and all that stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Sanford and Son. Yeah, I like that. That's what's there. Yeah, but now, what makes you come to YouTube? What was
I
what was your purpose?
to support a friend. To support a friend. She's a content creator, but I came to YouTube to be supportive of a friend.
Oh, okay.
At that time, I considered her a really good friend.
Okay. Cool. All right. You don't have to say no names. You don't have to say it. Okay, that's cool. That's good. That's good. Now, but as you was telling the story and stuff, and why your daughters, you know what your daughters um getting big. Then let me ask you this question. You don't have to ask this question. You can say the underrated. I don't want to talk about it, and I will. And I respect that. Is the fathers in your daughter's life? No,
Absolutely.
back then. Good.
Absolutely.
Okay. Great. Okay. Okay. Because you know there's a certain saying that women break up with their man. They not with they not with the kids life. No, that's not true. So, but I just want to put it out. That's great. That's great. Salute to him too. Salute to him to keep the family together. Now, Bunny getting older now and everything. Have you been, Bunny? No, because you like you. I'm just letting you know if I say anything wrong, don't shoot me. All right, let's talk. Let's sit down and talk about it. I said, listen, I respect that. I'm just throwing it out there, because I don't want you to shoot me if I say something wrong.
No, yes, baby.
No, I just mess with you. Now, while Bunny get now the lovely baby Bunny's getting older now.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to touch on that you and Mahogany talked about briefly last night about suicide. But before we get to that, there's one question I want to ask this then that why we as a people, and then also matter of fact, it don't have to be just for sisters. It could be a broad out question. Why us as a people, we don't want to talk about suicide, but at the same time, when it happens, we still don't want to deal with it. I want you to throw your analogy on it because you
The
said
Bible.
something, yeah, about suicide. Because I didn't mean cut you off. Because you said that you had some family members that committed suicide. Am I correct?
Yes. 2.
Right, and then I want you to blend in and tell us as a people, especially outside in the chat, that how does it affect the loved ones? Because a lot of people fail to understand is that when you commit suicide or whatever it is, it does affect the family member. It really does. Sometimes they get over it, and there's sometimes people get over it and deal with it, and there's some that just cannot deal with it. And sometimes, mentally they just snap. But I want to know how you deal with it, and also how you and Mahogany. Shout out to Sister Mahogany. That y'all could talk about it and encourage each other.
Absolutely. Okay, so I want to say this. Suicide, that the Bible is the reason why suicide is not talked about in the Black community. From what we understand, my brother committed suicide, and
oh wow,
the circumstances around it just doesn't make sense. I mean, the whole autopsy report is just like what the hell, right? And I know he was in bed with the cartel, so I wasn't here. I don't know what the hell happened. I've actually had to come to. I'll never know what happened. Like I'll never know what the hell happened. But that damn Bible, it's a trip. it's a trip, but the Bible is why. My mother's only son, his body wasn't even embalmed yet, and I had people,
Mm.
family members, saying, "Poor Junior, he don't know what he did. He's going to hell." So, stuff like that. It's frowned upon really really bad. As far as the grieving process with suicide. My nephew committed suicide on Valentine's Day, and it's some selfish shit, y'all. So, grieving suicide is not like grieving any other form of death, because with suicide, there's an anger that's there, and there is a resentment that's there, but you're still grieving at the same time. So it's bad. You mentioned some people snap mentally and never come back. That's my mom. My mom has beautiful daughters. My brother was very handsome. My mom has always been about her vanity. She was extremely dainty. She was about her vanity. You listen, you can't tell Stella. We used to not be able to tell Stella shit. Beautiful, dark skinned woman. And y'all know them women back in the day, they used to be on like the cover of Ebony and stuff like that. And they would be posing and they would have like a little cigarette in their hand with a little tip on it, the thing that
Yes.
makes it longer. That's how my mom was. My mom is no longer the person that she used to be, and she will never be that person anymore, like ever. Um, it has literally mentally broke her. Um, yeah, it's been that shit is crazy. But with suicide, there is a level of denial.
Mhm.
With any death, with any and all deaths, you go through a level of denial. But with suicide, especially when the circumstances are suspicious, it's the denial is unreal. Then there's the anger, and I was pissed at my brother at the funeral. They didn't want to have a funeral. The service was private. They
Mhm.
didn't want to have a funeral. Junior always wanted to be cremated, so they were just going to cremate my brother. No, 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 no. I got to see my damn brother, and there was a service. And I just, shout out to my family for allowing me to have that closure. And we had the service, and if nobody was really, because I mean that was our baby. That was our baby. He
Mhm.
wasn't the baby of the family, but that was our only brother, dude. Like that shit is still crazy. I was actually talking about Junior with Kissy before this conversation. It's just kind of like reminiscent or whatever. But and I'm sorry.
It's okay. We right here with you, baby. That's all right. Whatever it is, just take your time.
But even like at his service, it's
Mhm.
like I told him, dude, I'm fucking pissed at you. And
Mhm.
that was the first thing that I said when I stood up. Like, are you fucking serious, my nigga? Like,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
So
Okay. No. All right. We'll get yourself together a few seconds. We here. Let you know we here for you. All
yeah.
right. Get yourself together a few. Because I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you some questions about you. Because I find yourself you real funny. I really do. I sometimes I like this. I remember with this guy on a thing. He said, "You know, you just want to search for pussy." You said something. I was like, almost dropped my damn glass. I said, "Yo, what the? Why are you? What? And you know, I said, homie, why you put yourself in this situation?" I remember you and Kitty cooked this one. And I said, cook, 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 cook. And and I remember that I was like, wow, I want tell people about the funny bunny. That the cutting edge bunny. She gonna cut your damn neck off and smile at you. And that's I want people to know
They
about
call me
this.
Harley. Like all my life, I've been called Harley. I kid y'all not.
Mm.
And when I say Harley, I'm talking about Harley Quinn. That my brother actually was the first person to call me the Creole Harley Quinn. Um,
Mm.
Listen, y'all, I just say how I feel.
It's
A lot
good.
of people say that I'm funny. I mean, my brother would tell me that all the time. He used to say I should do stand up.
You
Um,
should. I agree with him because I remember one time, I think it was last week, I think somebody got in there. You said underrated. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to skip. I said it's okay. But I gotta get at this one. I said, oh, shit. And matter of fact, he was on the panel too. I forgot his name, and I was like, homie, I was you. I was like, leave, and you still here, motherfucker, like this. I like. And then people say, "Why?" Yeah, I was laughing. I said, "You know how you little kid, you point your fingers, it's you. You a dumb motherfucker. You should have got off." I was doing it. I ain't gonna lie. But to tell more people about the funny part because
Yo, I like to laugh. I like to,
yeah.
and I can play the dozens with the best of them. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that can roast or talk shit to people but not take it. Listen, if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh. If somebody is
Mm-hmm.
roasting, Kissy and a few people are witness to that. If somebody roasted me and that shit funny, I'm gonna die laughing. I will. Hell, I roast myself.
Yeah.
I just like to laugh. And honestly, some of the things that I say, I don't even, y'all, I be dead serious. And I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's what make it so funny to y'all. Cause I be dead ass serious. Um, but I love to laugh. I like to make people laugh. I like to make memories. And the thing about us as humans is we remember really good times, really fun times, or really tragic times. And after getting out and everything and just going through my therapy, I'm going to make memories, period. And whenever I meet a person, listen, I can be one of the sweetest people you've ever met. Or like with me, people either really like me, like they love me type shit. They love the kid to death, or they hate me. It's no in between, and it's always been that way. With
Okay.
It's always been that way. But I
Hold
just
that, Bunny. Hold that door for 1 second. I want to put it out. Kizzy, it's okay, no problem. Because I was going to ask for the suicide. If someone you know are suffering or needs help, to call the suicide hotline. It's 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. Now, the ones that just come in and you get the replay. And then I want you to go through the chat. I want you, the ones right now, I want you, because I'm going to get back to you, Bunny, because I want you to finish the story because it's a funny motherfucker. I want you to copy this number down. Copy the number down. If you know anybody, matter of fact, I'm going to copy the damn number down right now. I mean to pause that. But if you know anybody, you got to hear the signs that they can't go on. That family turn them down. Losing a house, losing an apartment, losing a lost one. And then they talking, they giving up. You tell them that I love you no matter what. And you make them record it up. If it has to be a three-way, let it goddamn be a three-way. Okay? If we said we're going to help somebody, this is the channel we help people. Let's get one thing straight here. We help people over here. So thanks, kid, sister kid, no problem. The number. So put the number. So the number is the suicide hotline is 1-800-273-8255. Again, 1-800-273-8255. So if you know anybody after wherever time this live stream ends, it goes to a black man, it go black one because commit suicide. There's no discrimination. Reach out for them. If there's any differences, please reach out for them. Let them smell the roses right now. Let them know that their existence does count too. Understand that. We're in a crisis as a people. If we ain't gonna do it, get the hell out. Okay. All right, you can go ahead, man. I got to say that.
Yeah, you guys, I like to laugh. Everybody says I'm funny. Like, I always knew I had jokes or whatever, but like I said, a lot of the times I'll be dead ass serious when I talk. I think because it's the truth that I say. I say a lot of truth, but it's like satire. And sometimes I have no filter. I give people warnings when I'm on one note. And you may not know what's gonna come out my mouth, but do I be lying? Underrated? It be the truth. It be the truth.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You got chance. You don't know a couple. Yeah, you tell the truth. Yeah. I witnessed that a whole lot. That's how I do. Oh, let me put this out. I do got a Cash App. It's flashed right on the screen. Is Cash App $ capital JT 53000. Also, I do have PayPal account. It's paypal.me, all in capitals, JT Black 53. Any of y'all that wants to donate either one of them, feel free. Load it up. I'm just messing with y'all. But welcome again to the Chop Up with the lovely, and I mean lovely. And I'm not caping, but I see what I see. And my eyes ain't deceiving. So your sucker motherfuckers don't even come at me. But my eyes have seen the glory.
Yeah, I cammed up. A lot of you guys that are like newer or whatever. I mean, if you guys look at some of my videos and stuff, I used to come on camera all the time. But a lot of you guys have never seen me on camera because you guys it's newer subscribers, newer supporters. But yeah, I cammed up for him when I came on. Whenever I clicked the link to join, my camera was on. I didn't even realize it was on, but I'm like, okay, now that it's on, okay, let me show him what I look like real quick, you know.
And let me tell you, brother, son too. I'm telling you, she's nice and juicy. I'm telling you, when you hug up on her, you be all right. You don't have to worry about hugging up some goddamn skeletons. That's all I'm know. I'm telling you right now, you put ugly like you be like to be say, oh God, my goodness, you make it like songs like, oh God, Louisiana. I'm telling you, right?
Louisiana.
Yeah, so that's good. Okay. Now, for the next, all right, this is what I'm going to do. For the next 10 minutes, any questions that y'all want to ask the lovely Bayou Bunny, put it in the chat. But I'm going to let you know right now, if I see any question that is questionable, I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to ask her. I'm just putting it out there. But I'm just putting it in anybody that come from outside and that just in the chat just came in the chat. I'm just letting you know right now. So within 10 minutes, we make sure stop. Whatever questions y'all want to ask, put it in the chat, okay? While we talking, and then we get it going. Now,
let me say this. Can I say this really quick?
Go ahead. Go.
I want to say thank you so much for having me on, fam. I've never done this before with anybody.
No, come on. Don't pull me like that. Now. Come on.
No,
I don't have to be somebody.
I did, and I was like, okay, I chose to do this with you because you have been solid. I study people, and that comes from being in and out of those, group homes and shit like that. You gotta watch you gotta peep stuff. You gotta watch everything, right? So right. I study people. It's not anything. I do it to everybody. And I love your spirit, your energy, and you have been so supportive. So, yeah, I feel safe. And that's one thing I was actually telling Grinch that with like people like Tone and DS1 and yourself underrated and with Valdez, it's a safe area.
Thanks for putting me. Thanks for putting me in that class. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I don't have to be on my toes. I can be myself. I can be the person that I truly am, basically.
Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna ask that question, kids, in another 5 minutes because I want to ask something. Now, no, I ain't gonna. No. I'm gonna wait till a few minutes to answer that. Now, I always ask this question when I do a chop up with any like the ones I do with. So, but I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask it in a different way that I never done it. I never because I ask a question like usually in the usual way, but you know to how they feel at a certain time. But I'm not gonna do it with you. I'm gonna freelance. I'm just gonna come out freelance. It's just gonna be different. What is your possibility to see us as a people?
Where do I see? Like, what do you mean? Do I think that we have hope as a people, or what?
No, what is no? Let me do the other rewind. Charles Rain, what's good, homie? Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Let me rewind. Underrated style. What do you see future possibilities for us as a people?
There isn't any. Not collectively. I've given up hope. I've given up hope a long time ago. As a collective, it's not looking so good. I do think that there are communities that can be built with like-minded people or with people that want the same thing. Yeah, but as a collective, it's ugly. It's ugly, babe.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say that. Let me get these announcements away, and then I'm gonna go talk about that. Charles Rain, thanks for coming. Tom Malone said if the underrated dog invites you to a chop up, that means he respect you. That's it. Because he's one of the first ones I chop it up with. He knows. So don't get it twisted. Don't think I'm just gonna underrated. You're gonna pick me. No, I do pick. Let's get that straight. If you want to ask, I think on it. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to put my secondary the thing. Oh yeah, Tom Malone, do me a favor. I want you to put Bunny's channel in the chat so people could hit that up. But I'm gonna tell you my analysis, Bunny. I think that we got to make a decision. Not everybody is going to be on the same court as me and you is. So I feel that us as a black people, I mean, black men and black woman, you got to make a decision. Do you want the black man to exist? Do you want the black woman to exist? If anybody else that comes between that, there cannot be no part of it. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, I do want to say this for you guys. I do believe in, I think people should date whoever, because this throws off a lot of people and they feel like they've been tricked or whatever. I most definitely feel like people should date whoever they want to. My ex is Mexican. I don't code switch, never have, never will. There's a difference between being a person who dates interracially and a swirler. That's whack. If a person has to code switch to be with a person, is that you, underrated? Y'all hear that? Or is that me? Yo. Okay. Yeah, I do believe I don't look I don't look down upon black men whenever, like I'm cool with the brothers, with the SYSBM brothers. People need to be with whoever they want to be with. The code switching is just like really, but yeah, I do want to say that because people people feel the dude that I went off on, he was one of them that feels away. We sit in the same space every damn day, around the same time every damn day. So he's been feeling away and then want to come troll in my damn chat. That's the person he talking about that I read for filth that day.
Okay.
So, you know.
Well, I put it to you this way: that ain't nothing like a black woman. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And
It's nothing
so,
like a black man.
right. And so, but see, but this. All right. This is where I'm coming from. That like there's some people say there's some brothers that they shouldn't travel and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm gonna say this: there are brothers that I actually know that they have businesses outside the United States, has done businesses, and at times, you know, they go out there have fun. You know what I mean? And so I find that very disingenuous. There are some of us as a people, and especially these brothers they feel they know it all and everything, like quote unquote professional. You married, so why is you saying something? Some women, you're married. What is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Worry about working on your unit. There, I said there. I'm talking as a black man. I'm understand what we talking about. There are sometimes that we try to do the right thing. Doesn't happen here. Sometimes we gotta search somewhere. So some of your brothers, man, y'all gotta cut this out, man. Y'all gotta start going in and cause ruckus with these women channels. And then I'm gonna tell these women too that are also content creators, be careful of these softball motherfuckers. Be careful because they see they married. They want that imaginary puss because they not even happy for them goddamn selves. And to understand, I know in the women emotion, I understand it, but women got some black, you gotta think sometimes. Think of sometimes what that brother is really feeling sometimes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm 54 years old. I'm not saying I know everything, but I know a little things. I know quite a few things. And I'm just knowing that, you know, we said understand years ago. But nah, for me, I ain't understanding no more. Cause I told you that this is how it is. If you want to roll with it, you roll with it. If you don't want to roll with it, I'm still gonna be myself to be happy. I'm just saying some women, when you hear other brothers that understand their pain, you know what I'm saying? Understand that they want to do right for somebody with me. You know, sometimes that they have businesses, you know what I'm saying? That are fruit on outside the United States than here. I know one brother that real estate. He's in let me see, what's that city? He's in Finland. They're serious. He said made more problem in Finland than the United States.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to retire right there. And then you know what he found? He found a black woman in Finland. You know where she from too? You want me to tell you, Bunny? You want to know? Huh?
Where's she from?
Louisiana.
Okay, yeah. You know what though? That was the issue whenever I moved to the city, or moved out. Even when I have moved to like the city before, yo, you city men love country women. Y'all love us, even with the little country accent and all that. Y'all might make fun of it, but y'all love it, and the women know that. So it is what it is. They'll be okay though. I want to answer a question in the chat if that's okay. And
no, it's not okay. I ain't finished with you. I just messing with you. Now you go ahead. What was the question? That's about
Kisses and says, what's her plans as far as love, career, family life, and YouTube? So as far as the love, right now, like listen, if there is a person that I can build with, and that word actually got me in trouble. That's a whole nother dust mite conversation. But if there's a person I can build with, great. Everybody wants to be married. Every woman should want to be married and should want to be in a relationship. So yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna let the universe work its magic. As far as my career, girl, you know what it is. I have a whole 2 year plan. Um, and in 2 years, I'll be able to get my record will be expunged.
Great news.
Yeah, I've always bounced back, like always bounced back. I've always been a force to be reckoned with. But wait till I get this felony off my record. I'm going back to the hospital. School starts the next week and a half, so I have a whole and it's not even just for money wise or career wise. Health wise, I like being a bigger girl. I do. I like being thicker,
Yes,
but
Lord.
I definitely want to get healthier. So you guys are in my 2 year plan because and the morning shows, once I get fired up and make Cyber Bestie the host and everything, I'm going walking. So, and I made a joke this morning, but I'm dead ass serious. Y'all know I'm a BBW, and I'm gonna be hitting that incline. So if you hear me breathing heavy, you'll be okay. At least I'm working out. As far as YouTube goes, I'm here to stay.
Okay.
I'm here to stay. I ain't going nowhere. I'm most definitely here to stay. And I want to get to my 1,000 subs, y'all. I should have been at 1,000 subs.
So what we're gonna do right here, and I'm gonna but first thing foremost, could you promise me this? Whenever time when your record gets expunged, I know you're gonna miss it on your channel, but the next time I want you to come back to this channel so we could celebrate. Could you do that?
Absolutely. You have my word. You have my word.
All right. So Bunny gonna celebrate it, and we're gonna join the family here because I know some people want to see me how I get down and cook and stuff like that. Sometimes you won't see me in the near future and stuff like that. But that's great news and stuff like that. Now, family, more questions. I'm looking for more questions.
Wyland, I don't know how to. What is it? What Wyland you like to know, or wouldn't you like to know? He says my issue is people who blatantly downgrade their own people as an excuse to date outside of their race. Like I've seen Black women saying, Black men are trash and they will only date white men. Yeah, that like I try to meet people where they at. But that's not what I do. I don't do that. That's not my skilo.
No, but how about nice Black man? He had his eyes on you for a minute, but he getting this thing together, and he seen you approving. He shaking his head, but he ain't ready yet to step to Bayou Bunny, because you could be a wild one sometime.
Well, you know what? When I'm in a relationship, I'm completely different. But no, it's good. And actually, the guy that I was dating, he was a Black dude, and he was a chocolate brother too. On top of that,
thank you.
Handsome chocolate brother. So I just don't discriminate. And that comes from proximity. Like with me and my ex, it wasn't like, oh well, let me go out and get a Mexican dude. I just liked him. That was, like I said, that was my friend. That was my best friend, y'all. I wish we still could be friends. Like I miss my friend in a lot of ways, but nah, it can't be that way. But that was my best friend. It wasn't like, okay, let me go get me a Mexican or let me go get me a white man. Like, no.
Right.
No, it was never anything like that.
But I tell you one thing, I guarantee he miss you now. He probably miss you. He probably sees it.
You know, we were towards the end though. We were just not good for one another.
Right. Okay.
And what me once I lose respect for like I am one of the most. I'm from the South and I am Creole. We have our culture down South. The way we treat our men, and particularly Creole people, Creole women, and once I lose respect for you, it's just like it's not. We might as well just break up. So we might as well just break up. So towards the end of the situation, it was just time to let it go, you know. And that's what I was talking about on my backup page. Why are we out here lying to one another? That's how bitter men and women are created, because we're not honest with one another. I'm sorry, we're not honest with ourselves. We got to start being honest with ourselves. Shit, sometimes it's best to just let go, or sometimes we need to compartmentalize some shit. And some people, we get D-drunk. Women, and shout out to the guy, and when I'm talking about DS1, the guy was saying that earlier, like, you know, he broke it down though about these women with their they have sex with these men with their dirty socks, and they want to build them, and that's like their sons, and then they get upset. That's exactly what it is, and it's because their D is good, they're dick drunk, and it's just lying to yourself. Like, if you can't compartmentalize, then maybe you need to just leave that alone where it is. And men, you guys do the same thing, because she got that snapper, you know. But y'all know she ain't shit. She's not wifey material or mother material. But you guys stay, and then that's years that's wasted. That's what causes the bitterness, dude.
Yeah, that is. Okay. Need more questions, family. Need more questions. Gemini 605. That's it. But we're looking for some more questions. But there's one I want to ask. Have you? I know you've been in my chat. Have you been in my chat? You see the full live that I did, because I know sometimes you have to leave early yourself, because sometimes you have to start your own thing.
Yeah, honestly, fam, when you go live, a lot of the times you're live, DS1 is live, and I try to support both of you guys. So I have not caught one of your lives in its entirety, and that is the time. There was one of them. It wasn't done here recently. I can't think of the name of it, but I said I was going to go back to and finish watching. So, but YouTube takes a lot of my time, especially with now doing the Sunday recap of the dysfunction and the foolery, the pure foolery that goes on. It's a lot. It can be a lot. So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I love how candid you are. You're very, very real, and you're very transparent. And I can always appreciate and respect that. And another thing, you guys, on my channel, there's a lot of different people from different sectors that come over to my channel. I don't agree. We don't have to, like, this isn't a cult, right? Like, it is not a cult. We're not always going to agree on everything, but as long as there's mutual respect, then we'll be good. We'll be good.
Okay. Shout out to Mahogany Favorite Genuine. I did put my email in the chat. That's jtblackstar49@gmail.com. That is the chat. That is the secondary email. If you need somebody to talk to, you're going through things, you can hit me up on that. Also, if anybody that y'all want me to do a chop-up, that's the email you reach out to. Okay? I'm gonna repeat it again, then we're gonna keep it going. People, family, I'm looking for some more questions. So you got any questions? Put it in the chat, please.
I see
My,
some familiar names in here.
yes, I'm telling
Shout
you.
shout out to Zero. Shout out to Gemini.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just
They
some.
coming through. Yeah.
If you guys did not catch the live stream, you should most definitely go back and listen to it. I have not been this. I was extreme. I'm usually extremely transparent, but it was a very, very good conversation.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And then also I do maybe they didn't tell you, Tom Malone and other people could tell you. I do have I used to do panels like in the past, but I haven't do that much lately. I haven't done it much, because I want to like be transparent. So I do solos. A lot of people love when I do solos. So, but I do want you to when I have a panel, I do want you to participate because I like your perspective and we have fun and we do get serious, but we do have fun too. There are some of them could deal with it, some of them can't. But I want you to don't let it be the last time that we see you. We want you.
No, I always come through. I
Yeah,
always come through and show some love. I'll make the cash app ring or hit the super chat. Listen, I'm all about supporting those that support me. At
yeah,
the
exactly. But what I'm trying to say, but I want you on a panel we find out that
Oh, I got you.
I want you to be on it. I want you to be. I want you to be part of the underrated one family. Now, I don't let anybody come to the family now. No, I don't. I don't do that. You gotta be certified.
I got you.
You gotta be certified. I don't want anybody in there. But I we gonna be here a few more minutes. Then we gonna cut this one. I'm trying to wait for some more people and to put down their questions. And yeah, yeah, Kizzy, you're right. She said it's hard to support. Yeah, it is. It's hard. She said, "Damn, it's hard to support anyone. Sometimes be in two places at once." Yeah, but so I know people have been saying I had people telling me yo, underrated, man. When you gonna do another chopper? We gonna do another chopper. I wait. Now I gotta feel that person. So I will do a few more choppers, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop doing what I gotta do. And oh yeah, and I do talk about music, so I'm gonna bring back the underrated music talk. I'm gonna do some special for the family. And I think the next one that I'm gonna do the underrated music talk. After that, we're gonna have a panel. It's gonna be a special one, and it's gonna be this musical that he's passed, but he have a daughter. It's in politics, and we be talking about her a lot. But I'm not gonna tell you what it is. But you'll stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. So, but I'm just saying, I want you to go check out everybody's channel. She got a lot to give. And then I want y'all to engage everybody else and also check out me, the underrated one. My underrated Dawkins channel and everything. We're going to ask a few more questions. We're going to chop it up on a Dawkins roundtable. And we're going to get it out of here and everything. And so like that. So now.
Hold on. I'm sorry, babe. I
Okay.
want to say that I gotta go, babe, after this. But shout out to everybody. Listen, like time is super important, right? And I don't know. I seriously appreciate you guys, especially you guys that come through and listen. And even if you add to the conversation, whether you agree or disagree, like that panel earlier with us and DS1, and I'm so tired of that talking point, Lord. But he made some sense. He told the truth. So listen, I just had to take it for what it is. But I don't know. I appreciate that. That means a lot to us. And when I say us, I mean me and Kissy. Whenever y'all come through and chop it up with us, and spend your morning with us, and that's the purpose of our morning streams. Is on the way to work, at work, get a good laugh. Everything doesn't have to be so damn serious all the time. And even if it is like a more serious conversation, it doesn't have to be so damn intense. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really cool, y'all. Like, I'm cooler than the other side of the pillow, for real. But if I feel it, I am a Leo. Not only am I a Leo, I am a Southern woman, and particularly a woman with Creole background. If I feels like somebody is coming for me, if somebody comes at me, I listen. It is what it is. But in all actuality, I haven't even been entertaining these people because I have too much to offer to the space. To be beefing and fighting and arguing with people all the time and all day long. I don't have time for that shit. So, I'm here to just do my get back, like I said, make my channel back to what it was when it was me and Epic having fun, chopping it up, and everybody had their hair down and just kicking it. So my chill little space. So.
Okay, now I see nobody ain't put no question this. Last I want you to make your last remark, please, and I want you to stay right there. That my last remark. We're gonna close it out, okay?
Okay, yeah.
So last remarks, please.
I just want to say again, thank you guys for coming through, and just like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and of course mine. It's by Bunny. Bunny with an I at the end. And I hope everybody have a good day and have a good rest of your work week. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, mute your mic and stay right there. I want to thank Bunny, Baby Bunny, to give me the opportunity to chop it up with her. I learned so much about her and everything. She came through a lot. Anytime, Kizzy, and I want to thank you because by you being here, you help us a lot, help me a lot too. That because I know for me personally, there are some black women that are very disappointed. When I was younger, I said, okay, all right. But ever since I got older, I have very short views of certain black women because you're not being right, man. You're not being right. But by talking to Bunny and Kizzy Corner and Love Wisdom, we know each other for a minute. For me, it gave me hope. But I'm just saying this.
Oh, that's what's up.
So to learn to understand this, brothers, we have to pick and choose which black woman that we want and which black woman we want to be around. We want to be inspired. At first, I'm talking to black men. I'm gonna get to the black woman first. Black men, we have to keep on advocating for ourselves. We have to understand that we do have strong masculinity and it has to be protected. It has to be preserved within us. Because when that black woman knows, a good black woman, you don't have to have a lot of money. Enough is good. She's going to see that you have strong masculinity. She's going to see the potential. Even sometimes you don't even know. And then that strong feminine is going to match it. And what is a beautiful thing that when a black man has strong masculinity and a woman you match with that black woman, gonna be right there, had that strong feminine. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So we got to concentrate on that. We got to understand this oppressed system do not want us to be together. They want us to be extinct in all levels. Want y'all to understand that. So when you see these knuckleheads, these no good, what I call them non-alcoholic, make believe they getting some pussy, them boys, and then you got these women. They want black men. They gotta stay away from that because they stopping the cultural movement. Want you to understand that. So on behalf of my channel, thanks for having appreciate that. Like I say, let me put my email one more time. This is the email. This doggone. Oh, hold on, fam. Hold on. This is the email that you could reach out to if you want to do a chopper. But I'm letting you know now. I have to. If I know you, I'm gonna get to you. Then we talk. If I don't know you all that well, I'm not gonna do it because I don't know you. It had nothing to do with how you are. That's the way it is. Okay, so and also this is also the email. Hey, you need somebody to talk to, and you need to really hear somebody out. You know, put your email number wherever it is. And so, and also too, I've been doing this for like I've been doing this part for the last 3 weeks. From now on, if there's anybody that is traveling to another destination and also going home, let me know. I'll make sure we're gonna make sure that this live will stay on until you put your key in the door at your home or you safe to your safe destination or west. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do for now. So from now on, I'm gonna mention it who's traveling. Because we gotta make sure we gotta look out for each other now. These are trying times for our people. All right, so I'm gonna be putting it out there. So and Tone Malone just drop Bunny's Bayou Bunny's channel on, and that's what's it. So on behalf of my channel, the underrated darkness, that's my channel, the underrated one, the #1 grinder, Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. I be chefing up information. Believe that. Respect my existence. Respect the underrated one existence. Respect the LDBC assistance that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community. I be rolling with them for a minute now. We do have Black Fight Fan TV, 7A Sports, Queen Cecilia Robinson. We have Trill. They had the Trill Talk. That's 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, a.m. Also after that, there's Fanon International. Also, we have KQKC Boxing. Also, you have Blue Blood Sports. And then later on that night, you got 7A Sports TV comes at 8 o'clock. And and then also we got I roll with other LDBC channels that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community, also basketball community. So check us out and everything. And like I said, the underrated one coming. I'm gonna bring it, man. Well, no matter what, you know what I mean. So always gonna bring the truth, and I have to use myself to impact others, just as Bunny she impact us and everything. It's so beautiful and everything. And so hold on, somebody hit me on the private chat. Hold on, family. Okay, we out. Go. Okay. So on this chop up, this one is Ghost. Be safe out there, Ghost. Shout out to my Periscope family.